friends. Last time when I started, I like pinged a bunch of channels and places I go, but then no one really joined anyway, so I don't know who's watching. I hope people follow if they're interested in what I'm doing, because I don't stream regularly enough for anything else to make sense. Let's just check that I can hear me. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so we are, as you might say, set. We are doing Final Fantasy with a party of monsters, and we actually have the same party of monsters as before, except I don't remember what my friggin' start button is on this controller. Okay, start. What's my start button? What? Would you believe that my controller is fully unset? Now, why would that have happened? That's so ridiculous. And I have an option to, like, save my button assignments, but no option to load my button assignments. I'm using Joy to Key to get my controller to work, because I'm using such an old emulator version. Yeah. God. Okay, this didn't end up being so neat as I thought. I will also say, it looks like my, my Monster Party app is a little off-screen. What's going on with that? That's fine. Okay, we're good. I guess. Huh. It's not capturing the whole width of the program. Very strange. Okay, well, once again, I don't know what I'm doing. So, yeah, cool. The A button is this. Here I go, assigning my keys. What an exciting thing to be doing. I'll set my stick just in case. You know, this is so weird. I took steps to make sure that my configurations were all going to be saved in everything I was using. Didn't work. Okay. What is... I think this is my fast forward key. I'll make a hotkey for that. And then this, I want to be my screenshot key. This is exciting times we're in. Exciting times. Okay. Go ahead and click save. I guess it maybe does nothing. And we're ready to go. Let's do respond rate like 7. Here we are. Party of monsters. Hopefully. Stream's frozen. Stream is not frozen. Well, wait a sec. This is the wrong menu. That's the right menu. Well, I can probably get by with this. Okay, so yeah, right now, our party is Astos, Vampire, Frostwolf, and Wizard. I was thinking, actually, about whether a troll might make more sense than wizards. Let's learn about trolls. I think I can get to trolls now, so that makes sense. They're way more powerful, bigger hits, less absorb. I don't think I care. I think I want that. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Frostwolf is gonna become a troll. Wizard is gonna become a Frostwolf. I like the multi-hit damage too much to get rid of Frostwolf right now. And in fact, that's what I'm excited for. My main goal today is like beat Lich the Fiend of Earth, I guess. Did I buy new potions? I think I did. Yeah, a ton of potions. So yeah, beat Lich, and then get Red Dragon is a goal of mine. The HP values, I have noticed that some of them end up pretty bad, but whatever, we'll cope with that. Dazzle is single target, we won't bother with that. Oh, something that went wrong. Yeah, we'll need to refresh our party because I made the change. Okay. Our two strongest fighters are probably Vampire and Troll, actually. Okay. We'll just hit refresh on my script to fix up that silly issue with Frost there. We've already gotten Vampire. We've already earned the Ruby, Star Ruby. Oh. Oh, the monsters are so cute. I mean, the sprites are a little wrong. What's funny is when I post screenshots on my blog, they all look like pretty good. Like I can actually tell what monster is what, and unfortunately, my stream is continuously freezing from my own point of view. Not good at all. Oh, this is rather rough. It might be that my stream is a little bit doomed tonight. The size of my window is being really weird. Oh god, let's just change this thing. Okay. Yeah, this is not a problem I've expected. We can't even see the Frostwolf. Come on, little Frostwolf, buddy. Holy crap. Why did I have none of these problems last time? Edit transform. Okay, for some reason on my other monitor, it works great. So that's just what we'll stick with. That is strange, and it's fine. So fine. Okay. And my stream is still showing up as utter trash for myself. Incredible. Incredible. Okay. Am I gonna have to stop? It remains to be seen. Okay, here's our Titan tunnel. Okay. My running isn't super good because these high morale monsters aren't very good at running away. Which is funny, because Fat Rat Knight observed in the Game FAQs thread about this that his observation was, I run away a lot, or I don't want to fight a lot. And I was talking about the problems with using Astos, who has a luck of like 1 or 2 or something. Oh, come on. Okay, well, Troll is doing some damage here. This is great. Tastes so sweet. Things seem to have stabilized a little. Nice. It'd be really cool to get a healing move, but those don't really exist for enemies until really, really late in the game. So I think we're sticking with out-of-battle healing with potions. And whatnot. Yeah, the experience points don't necessarily do me much good at all. Currently, this is set, and I don't expect to change it mid-playthrough, that every single monster you defeat... Oh, and I should be tracking my monsters more carefully, by the way. So we go over here and we, like, check off Tiger. Tiger's not better than Troll. But we want to track the monsters we beat because every monster we add to our collection gives us 1 hit point. And every level we earn gives us 2 hit points, but otherwise we have monster stats. So it just makes it so that leveling does something, as minor an effect as it is, but also we're incentivized to fight different kinds of monsters. Which I think was a good decision. Although, when it comes to like trying out fantasy monster teams at the end of the game, which I do think we're going to want to do, I think I'll probably have to turn that off. Because if we're going to see, like, can the 4 fiends defeat Chaos, which I'm reasonably sure they can, we're going to want to do it with their actual gameplay stats. Start his pots. He's got a lot of pots. Start his chair, table. Got a lot of furniture. No one else in the world has this much furniture. And he's got rods. Enough rods to just give away. How did Sarda become so independently wealthy? He has few expenses. It's a simple matter of cash in and cash out. How does he get cash in? It is unclear. Oh my god. Okay, aggressive cat time. Great. Yeah, bad luck. The only one who has any chance to run at all in this team is Troll, so we better just not run. This is the cat who I always say likes to wreck my clothing. He won't be able to do that so much with a big sweater like this. Oh, 1 hit point. Good job, Furwo. Oh, we're not winning this turn. Hey! Vampire looked like he just stunned on hit. I didn't know vampires stunned on hit. I thought they stunned by dazzling. Oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah. I was gonna watch for that stun. I think I'll pop back into Melmond to heal up at the inn. Oh, only one of my fast forward buttons is working, but I guess that's okay. Vampire is nice and strong. Which is great. Is he actually going to be effective against Lich? I don't know. Wow. Cool. Remove yourself. No, stop. Get the claws out of my clothing. Okay. At some point, that cat learned putting the claws in the clothing helps. Dun, dun, dun. It's really hard to tell if my stream's working. I didn't notice that Furwolf had taken so much damage. I'm a little worried about that now. I mean, Furwolf's got 0 absorb, so that's not super great. Yeah, Vampire does stun on hit. That's interesting. Add Hyena to the list. And Instructor Treat. Oh, Hyena is in the list. Okay. I don't think I'm going to swap the team a whole lot in the near future. I think this is a pretty good team for where I am and what I'm doing. Wow, that was a really good frost on the ogre. And then Astos is going to try and rub him or something? Would have been better off just attacking. That's not what happened. Okay. we want to watch in the Earth Cave for... I don't know if I beat mummies yet. It's certainly Earth Elementals. Technically I fought one, but I didn't record it because I didn't survive that trip. So... And there's a good chance I'll run into Earth eventually. So I don't think I'm going to go for any of the treasure, because the treasure in the Earth Cave more or less sucks. So it can be a bit of a cash dump, but other than that, there's nothing useful about it, so... That's fine. Think it's in the bag. Yep. Good job, Furwell. Haven't fought anything new yet. Should I get this coral sword? Is it worth a while? I don't know. I'm not gonna need the money, is the funny thing. That was nice. You don't think of Astos as much of a fighter, but he does okay. I don't think of Astos as much of a fighter. I think of Astos as a rubber. Let's get a bit of treasure so we can say we did. This is a gross fight. Okay. I think that's the doubling chance ending to go off for the Gerwolves. Probably because they have lower magic defense. That may or may not have been what I was seeing, but the Grey Wolves, Gerwolves, were definitely taking more damage from the frost attack than the werewolves were. Coral sword, hooray! Cabin, hooray! 300. That's not even a good amount of money. Who put that there? Who said this is where I'm gonna put my 330 bucks? Right next to my sword made out of coral. It would be really neat if we got regeneration to work. That would be a minor point in favor of creatures like the troll. Oh, that was pretty sweet. I don't think Asp is a new enemy for us. We can check. No. Is there anything in this list that we've actually fought lately? We might encounter Cobra and Cockatrice. We're likely to encounter Earth. nothing else here anytime soon. No Medusa's here. Mummy is an interesting one. Mummies can appear right here. There could literally be mummies in the next fight. There are not mummies in this fight. Yeah, let's do this. We'll have each of our 3 armored fellas attack a different big buff ogre. And they'll be softened up a little bit by frost. Although it looks like my buff guys didn't really deliver super well. Okay. Day. This is interesting. Through a, we'll say, work connection, I was speaking with someone. It's the first time I've ever talked to, like, an actual person that I met about some of the dorkier internet gaming stuff I do. Like, when I talked about writing a Lua script into an emulator to modify the memory values and make it do something it wasn't intended to do, the person knew exactly what I was talking about. It was just the most amazing thing. Like, they do exist. That was the feeling. It seems like all the people who I talk to about this, and there are people who I talk to about this, but they all seem very, I don't know, distant? It was interesting talking about things like TASes with someone that, you know, I didn't tell about TASes or whatever. Even my best, nerdiest friends aren't always conversant in some of my gaming interests. HP is going up a bit. The actual level up stuff that happens is completely meaningless. Because your stats all get overwritten with monster stats. Image isn't new, right? No. Ooh, that was a big hit on Furwolf. We are really going to have no means to revive party members ever. There's no way to do that. Monsters don't learn the life spell, and life can only be used outside of battle anyway in Final Fantasy 1. So. That's pretty weak. You cat, you stay off me, you jerk cat. Okay. That was a good hit. I think we'll heal up. We don't want anyone to die, because the stakes are a little bit high for that. Yeah, Vampire doesn't tank nearly as well as Astos. That kind of surprises me. He's a later boss. It's a minor boss. If you would even call it a boss. I mean, it's a... No. It is an encounter... It is a map-based encounter. Like, you have to talk to a person. So, let's get Earth. This guy can hit really hard. $96. $46. Okay. 66 damage, 20 absorb. Should I switch? I don't think I should. Actually, that might make sense for, like, the boss. 66 damage, 20 absorb. That might actually make sense. Let's try it for a bit and see how we feel. The one hit kind of sucks, but it's a big hit. It'll penetrate some absorb, so... Yurt. Yurt has a lot of hit points. Okay, we got some money, hooray. Ah. Okay. Oh, my luck got even worse. Earth has terrible luck. That was a pretty big attack, too. Holy moly. Looks like I might have been further ahead using one frost again. Oh, that was a terrible attack, Astos. Oh my goodness. We're actually taking a lot of damage in this fight, eh? Good. Good. Mummy won't be amazingly useful for anything. It is interesting in that it causes sleep on hit. But sleep doesn't matter too. "45 monsters available." Wow. So we're at a point where we're basically not going to run anymore in the whole dungeon. Because we're walking around with 4 enemies with very, very poor luck stats. The plate shatters, revealing a stairway. Okay, how many more levels are there? 2 more, right? There's some treasure here, but it's garbage. Okay, we can beat a troll. We were using troll. Troll was our ally. Earth just did 3 hits. I didn't restart the script. Here we go. Okay. The good news is it wasn't too inflated. It was just basically using the old stats. So it's not like it was doing 3 hits at the previous attack power. Oh, this stupid room. I don't like this either. I wonder. Aren't you supposed to have a guaranteed chance to run when you get a sneak attack? Here, I'm looking at agility. No, not agility, luck. Okay. Vitality, alright. Luck. Oh, their luck is all pitiful. Well, we'll let Astos try and run. We'll see what happens. It worked. Okay. Is that a spiked square, or did I just get really unlucky? Ooh, Wizogre! That's cool. Oh, that's super cool. Okay, you guys take out this Wizogre. Actually, let's do teamwork. Teamwork. I understand that it has a positive effect on whether the dream works. on the working of the dream. I knew there was Wiz Ogres in this dungeon. I knew there was, and I said something about it last time, and I said something about it when I played Pixel Remaster. Okay. Wiz Ogre. Wiz Ogre is super cool. Their stats kind of suck compared to my current monsters. But they have neat spells. Do I want to use them anyway? Oh. More Wiz Ogre. That makes the first one seem kind of less special. A little freaky. I have been told recently that I use the word freaky a lot. And I was very unaware of it until it was brought to my attention, and now I'm like incredibly aware of it. Oh, that was pretty strong. Okay. Good round. Good battle. So, stupid treasure of the Earth Cave. Yeah, I knew this would be a spiked square. Ooh, Sphinx, that's at least new. They don't actually do anything interesting. They look cool, though. They always look to me like they're wearing sunglasses. And wearing sunglasses makes a person cool. I believe that's been proven. Ooh. This is terrible. Oh my god. What am I paying you people for? If they land a hit on Furwolf, I could have some trouble, actually. Oh, God, why do I say these things? Okay. That had to be a 1 second differential. Okay. I wish that didn't happen, but now that it happened, I really have nothing I can do about it. There's no way to revive anything mid-dungeon. There sort of is in the game. It's even pretty limited in the game, but I mean in this playthrough in particular. Mr. Cat, you have to not be a big jerk. You can't be too overbearing, and you can't insert your claws into my flesh. I would actually prefer you don't put your claws into my clothes as well. I know that concept is foreign to you, but I want us to be able to cooperate here. This cat says he doesn't understand what clothes are. Okay, so if Frostwolf can't survive anything, then I should probably start... Oh, this is a bad fight. Then I should probably start using maybe that Wiz Ogre if I want some spell support. This sucks. Because the Wizzogre has higher HP, a little bit of Absorb. Its first spell, I believe, in its spell cycle is Ruse, which is actually useful. Because it is a defensive spell, and a pretty potent one. Later on, it's going to be weird. Like, there are going to be a lot of times when I want to escape fights. Okay. I can't believe how many of the heal potions I've used already. I thought this was going to be such a nice little jaunt with my powerful monster team. But you know, of course it's hard. This is 4 monsters fighting, what, 40 monsters? This doesn't make sense that it would ever have been easy. Even if I've got a little HP bonus, it's not that substantial. Why would I ever expect this to be easy? These guys don't have status resistance, do they? They do have a pretty good absorb rating, and that's why I was using them earlier. Boy, do I wish I had Frost right now. My controller has just fully stopped responding. My God. Comedy of errors today. Except not funny. Okay. Very nice. We might have a bad time against Lich. In fact, should I even bring Vampire and Earth? They're both weak against fire magic. The turn when Lich uses Fur 2, it's gonna suck. What is Astos going to be able to do in that fight? Astos has fire eventually. Yeah, I think I will bring Astos. And Lich hastes himself, but his physical attacks aren't very threatening. I don't know. I think we'll try and blow through the whole spell cycle. After all, casting fast on Vampire is going to be pretty awesome. Okay, I think we can win against Lich. Is Lich in the bottom left corner of this floor? Pretty sure that's accurate. Yeah, good. Asto. Okay, we will be careful and optimistic and fully healed. Oops. That was me using a potion on someone with full hit points. Controller just canceled out again. It's being... Every part of this process is being weirdly fussy today. Okay, here we go. Okay, Rub... Oh, the HP values aren't showing correctly. Rub should not work. Dazzle... Should Dazzle work? Shouldn't work. But the on-hit might. Okay. That would have been so strange if that worked. I like the way Lich's HP displays. Oh. Is that real? Hasted Vampire should not be taken lightly. Oh, that's sweet. Cool. Okay, that was easy peasy. Alright. There we go. That's nice. We got some tents and stuff, right? Let's throw down. It would be a real shame to die right now. Who did we beat? Lich is on the list, but I'm not gonna use the fiends in my party in that. That seems wrong. We fought a lot of images. We fought a lot of imps and wolves and other stupid things. Lich won. Nothing else here, right? Get some river enemies soon. It's gonna be great. We skipped the oozes. They live in the earth cave. They're fairly rare. Not rarely rare. Oh yeah, I want to get some red dragons. Okay. Chop, chop, chop. That was me fast forwarding. Can't revive a character. But you know, there is a chance that our walk over to Connery, or Crescent Lake, could be a rather harrowing journey. So I feel like I should revive my Frostwolf. And possibly turn my Frostwolf into a Wizard Ogre. Oops, I think I attacked the same... You jumped right on me. Don't do that. Oh, hello there. Have you seen this freaky thing I'm doing? If anyone's gonna care about what I'm doing, it's you, right? Do you see this one? This is cool, right? I got distracted by the cat. Yeah, so it's funny. So this is based on a Game FAQ's board topic, where me and a poster who you might not really be acquainted with named Fat Rat Knight, who I kind of knew from TAS videos a little, got talking about this in 2018. In fact, you might have posted in that topic at that time, but I don't know. But, you know, I was like, just recently, like, let's actually put this in motion. And so this is quite literally the monster the character behaviors get interrupted by calls to like what would the monster do. So like the magic menu calls the monster's magic list as a spell cycle, and the item command, like the item casts, calls the monster's specials. So if I have Frostwolf on my team, they can use Frost. It's pretty neat. And their stats are exactly the actual monster stats, although I've modified it a little to give them like a very small HP bonus based on level and how many monsters I've already defeated and added to the list. So they're not quite base monsters, but pretty close. Okay, I got rid of Frostwolf. I don't feel great about that, because it sure does help me write random encounters. But in that dungeon, the Frostwolf was such a liability, and if he dies, I got no way to revive him. So we switched to Wizard Ogre, and that's a little awkward, because although he does have Ice 2, it's way down the spell list. Oops. Okay, I'm not going to use that, because that would be improper. And I even went through... And it's not like reading from memory to draw the cute little monster sprites or whatever. Actually, they're not that cute. Most of them are hideous. But, you know, I just got a bank of images to draw them in because I thought it would look way better. And it does look way better. Like, I'm pretty happy with how this looks. Recognizable for sure, yes. Okay, we're gonna go grab our canoe. And then we have the choice of, you know, our usual post-canoe destinations. Volcano, Ice Cave, and Ordeals. If there's any reason to go to Ordeals first, it would be pretty neat to get sorcerers. But I think I would like to have Red Dragon first. And Red Dragon sounds pretty attainable. Like, the volcano is... as scary as going into a volcano sounds, at least in real life, for people who aren't Will Smith. It's really not a hard area. I mean, the lava's safer than the ground. They always do the volcano last. I'm just thinking of the treasure doesn't do me any good, right? The treasure is obviously better in Ice Cave or the things that Ice Cave opens up or in Ordeals. I usually do Ordeals first because treasure. But the prize for me is monsters with awesome abilities. So it's like the only good monster in Ordeals is Sorcerer. Ice Cave has tons of good monsters, but it also sucks. I don't know. I don't know if I know what the right choice is. you recruit. The way I'm playing, it's literally just the way. There's no reason I couldn't just set my entire party to be chaos right now. But what I'm doing is, once I beat a monster, I can use it. I've just set that up. So I've got my little app running to the side where it shows the current party, and that's basically I can add to the team any monster I've beaten before. So like as I beat this Peed fella here, I'll check it off and I'll be able to turn into a Peed. Now I don't think Peed really has anything to offer me strategically. What's really funny is, this is the weird thing, I beat a Tyro at the peninsula near Provoca. I beat a Tyro by stun locking it with an undead guy, because the on-hit status effects actually work, thanks to Fat Rat Knight. So like it's funny because it's not way more damaging than the monsters I've got right now, but it does have huge hit points. It's still probably the strongest enemy I have access to. I still haven't beaten a Scorpion. I could run into Scorpions here, that'd be kind of cool. And the magic usage is like unlimited, except that it does follow the monster's spell cycles. So Astos casts Rub. Oh, it worked. Then Astos casts Slow 2. And like to get to his elemental spells, I have to use the first couple spells in the list. Fat Rat Knight was saying, because he's working on a maybe improved version of the script right now, that it's somewhat of a goal to make it so that you can hold your position in a spell or ability list between fights. That's a maybe right now. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Like, this is pretty amazing, really, but I don't know how much it's gonna hold my interest or the community's. I mean, there's a lot of people who are Final Fantasy nerds who also don't know how to like run a script on top of the game. So I remember when Game Enjoyer was doing the RNG quest, where he would do die rolls for his party's actions, and I made a script that would do the die rolls for him, and he was like, I don't know if I know how to run it. And I think he was suitably wary of, I'm just gonna run an application that a random person on the internet made for me. I don't know about that. Ice Cave. I think I want the Red Dragon. Cool. Are you aware of Strangers in Paradise? Do you have an opinion on it? Are you referring to Stranger of Paradise, the freaky modern FF1 Kill Garland thing? I saw like trailers. I never played it, and I don't. Oops. I don't think I know anyone who played it, so I don't think I can give you any opinion at all on it. Oh, I beat Hydras. Have you digested that at all? Oh, I miss my Frostwolf so badly. Dark. I've got it on story, so I can't really say much. Oh, gotcha. Okay. You know, I don't think I've ever played a game in an actual casual mode. There were times when I thought about it. I think when I played Cosmic Star Heroine, I was like, I'm really kind of done with this gameplay. Let's just see where the game is going. But I think, I don't know. I couldn't convince myself to do that. I like that the Wizard Ogre character name is Wizog. I noticed that your messages actually do show up in the stream, but they're so tiny that they're going to be completely imperceptible to anyone ever. So that's kind of cool. Not learning how to play the game. Yeah. This is the same thing. This is a topic every time I get talking about basically anything now is there's this tendency for people to be avoidant of learning when they have the option. It's easier to get answers than to build answers these days, you know? I might have said the same thing years ago, because I remember a time when there was like a party where a couple friends and I were talking about some stupid scenario. I don't remember what the scenario was. I promise it wasn't important. And someone Googled the answer while we were talking about it, and I was like, I really wish he didn't Google the answer. I really wanted to just keep talking about this and kind of see what we could reason out of it. It's maybe a weird thing to do. People are like, I'm helping by giving you the answer. But you're not. And that has worsened in recent times. Except for certain very unusual pieces of subject knowledge. You can just get the answer for anything you want now, so... You talk about you're not learning how to play the game. Do you need to learn how to play the game? I guess it depends on your goal. Like, if you're playing story because you find the story interesting, and you feel like that's what you paid for, supposing you paid for it. That's not me accusing you of anything. You know. Hopefully it is a good story. The idea is interesting to me. I kind of wish they would give me a few $1 million and a skilled team to make a Final Fantasy I remake. I think I could do a good job. I think they should have just given it to me. I think I accidentally forgot to give Square Enix my resume. Should have been me. Need to get Nomura out of there. He likes belts too much. I have a problem with belts now, apparently. You'd probably have had a more original lead than Jack. Well, yeah, but isn't he supposed to be, like... just... Garland? And an angry jerk? What's the luck on the Wiz Ogre? I want to know if I can run. I can probably run. Should I just fight these guys? I guess they can't hurt me too much. We'll just fight. I'm just gonna fast forward fight this. Because we're gonna need to focus fire to win anyway. Oh, look at my... What did they do to Vampire? They killed him! Well, I don't like that. I'm gonna reset. Because I saved right outside. This thing where the script runs after that is funny. Oh my goodness, it's hilarious looking. Wow. Flashing lights warning. Mostly just angry. Yeah, Angry Garland. It's fun watching their HP go down, even though it's an error that the combat UI is still up. I've played Final Fantasy 1 enough this year that I actually remember the path through here. Okay, this is a nice enemy to fight. Oh, double damage from fire. Ooh. Okay. Arhydra. I also beat Ocho and Karabi. Skip the fires. Okay. Is Arhydra possibly useful to me? $182 HP, 20 times 3 damage, 14 absorb. You know, maybe that's better than Earth right now. It resists fire. 13 absorb, 20. The damage is close with 3 hits. And we would have Cremate. Not that Cremate's useful here. I think we're gonna go with it. Okay, so click that, and we're good. Wife should be home shortly, back and forth in lurk mode. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I need to fix the chat thingy so that the messages show up legibly large. I set that thing up what has to be 8 years ago. I never changed it. So, yeah, not the best. Arhydra is the worst looking monster sprite I've seen so far. No question. Hey, that's not too bad. Oh, cool. I think we're gonna need to heal up after this fight. Oh my goodness. Vampire's scaring me. Don't die, vampire. Heal up. This is how we healed back in the olden days of Final Fantasy. But we weren't always monsters. That's new. Okay. Down, left. Down. Left. We're almost at the good part. We're almost at the red dragons. Cerberus is interesting. I mean, not Cerberus, Cerebus. A weird spelling of Cerberus that I've actually seen in more than one game. What other game was it Cerebus in? I've definitely seen it. We erased the ogre. That's perfect. I did that because he raised his own evade. I thought hitting him is going to be a pain in the butt. Yeah, that's not going to be strong, but at least it hits. Okay. How does Cerebus compare? Considerably worse. Okay. We'll leave that. Oh, I forgot about this floor. I thought we were going to be at the Red Dragon. This treasure, it's funny. I'm normally really excited for this floor because this is where you get the Ice Sword, which is oddly really good in this game. But I no longer need money. I have plenty of money for whatever I can do. So I'm just going to skip the treasure. I am beelining the good monsters. Or trying to. It's going to be really quite annoying if these guys both ruse themselves. Okay, the top one is rused. Vampire missed, naturally. Oh, the bottom one rused itself. There we go. That's exactly... Oh my goodness. So yeah, they increase their own evasion, and they reduce your hit rate. Okay. Fast vampire. Vampire attack. You cremate. You do whatever you want, Wizzy. Oh my goodness. Here we are. The land of the Red Dragons. Informal name. Okay, if we go over here, we have a guaranteed fight with an Agama and a Red Dragon. The Agama, I don't know how useful it's going to be. Its HP doesn't render properly, so that's nice. Let's see if we can disable it. We can. I probably shouldn't take that much joy in it, but whatever. Wow. 3 status effects. We do not see that very much. Okay. Is Agama better than our Hydra? Yeah, it is. And it's not even especially close. In fact, we're gonna swap them. I still like Vampire. Oh, that's a random. Okay. Heat. Heat is pretty bad, right? One of the fire attacks is just awful in this game. We earned Grey Worm. That's not really useful for anything, but... could absorb. Red Dragon. This is the big money. Should I dazzle it? Or just... I think I should just clobber it. The clobber tactics. Okay. Oh, this worked out really nicely. Although that damage was awful that turn. Holy moly. Vampire, what are you doing? If we get hit with another Dragon Breath, we're gonna have a terrible, terrible time. Pull it together, guys! Oh my god! Everyone! Okay, thank you, Agama. Jeez, that was gonna be bad. Okay. The Red Dragon is actually the reason we were here. Because its Fire Breath is really quite strong. 75 damage, 30 absorb. I still like Astos' 40 absorb. You know, it could be worth having Agama in here too. Kind of funny against a fire area, but... at least we don't take a lot of fire damage. I wonder what the Red Dragon looks like. There's still some pretty good enemies in the volcano that I never met. Like, there's Paralisks here, there's, Gargoyles, who are called Horned Devils in newer versions of the game. Fire Elementals themselves, the ones that are called Fire. We have a chance to strike first. Oh, the Red Dragon looks terrible. Cool. Oh my goodness, this guy is not going to have a very good fight. My monsters look like trash. Actually, the small ones look okay. It's the big ones that look just awful. Whatever. Knowing that Kari is Kari, Carrie is Carrie, Marilith is Marilith, there's a good chance that some of our status effects could work. Now, Death won't work, will it? I want to move through the spell cycle anyway, so we'll do that. But I think Dazzle will work. Oh, yeah. Okay. Using slow 2 on this enemy would be fantastic. Oh, didn't work. So fantastic. Slow 2, if I recall correctly, is like non-elemental, which sounds weird, but I guess there's a reason for it. So it might be that regular slow is actually the better move for my team right now. Fire 2. Yeah, that's not really better. Wow, okay. I didn't get a good screenshot of that, because I didn't expect to win that turn. I was looking for the message that may or may not render. Okay, this is friggin' sweet now, because look at this. I can blaze these guys, I can heat these guys, and it's not gonna... I want to see what they look like, in terms of, like, spell animation. They're probably very similar to, like, Fire 2 and Fire 3. Cool. Well, you know, with these monsters, it probably does make sense to do the Ice Cave first. Oh no. Is there a way to get from here to the Ice Cave? I'm used to taking another route. With the way I've mapped my controller, I don't think I can use my broom spell, so... There is no way to get from here to the Ice Cave. Or at least if there is, it's rather circuitous. Okay, so we need to heal the poison. We don't get poisoned that often. We're getting surprised a lot. I think it's because our luck is so bad. It's kind of amazing how that keeps happening. Really? Getting a lot of the same fights. And finding myself a little bored, thus the fast forwarding. Not bored of the whole game, just bored of these fights. I still find this pretty intriguing. As much as I really liked having the Frost Wolves, I will say it's nice having this slightly more robust team. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I think I want to grab a few cabins because this place doesn't sell tents, but I mean, like I said, I have no money problems. Houses don't really do much for me in this game. They don't make sense to buy, and that's about the most expensive thing that could do me any good, so... I can't imagine needing that many more cabins than this, at least not for now, so let's just be done. My favorite way to get to the ice cave is absolutely take the ship to that northern river. Hopefully I remember the route though. Okay, these are new enemies for me actually. We are going to cook them. Oh yeah, that's super. Very satisfying. We get Cobra. We get Scorpion. Scorpion could have been handy much, much earlier, like Marsh Cave. But they were also really hard back then, so I'm glad I didn't fight them. I'm not gonna see anything super new and interesting in Ordeals. Like, I could skip it entirely. Oh, the one thing that I do get there is really good access to Mudgol. And Mudgol means at-will fast spells. Which does sound pretty nice. Wow, great job. This is me forgetting how the waters work. Yep. I was kind of hoping their blades would be strong enough to take them out if it doubled. I guess not. But, you know, doing this in 2 rounds is still better. I'm pretty pleased with that. I think Red Dragon was a nice goal to set and a nice asset to have. And it's going to be great in Ice Cave. However, it is weak to ice attacks. There's oddly few ice attacks in the Ice Cave. Really, we're talking about what the Frost Wolves do. Is that even, that might be it. Oh, and the Frost Dragons. Yeah, that could be a problem. Until we earn Frost Dragons. Even these idiots get the drop on me. And then they get incinerated by Dragonfire. Not very self-preserving spiders. So this is our Red Dragon. It's a total badass, but 2 luck. Agamas also have 2 luck. We are not doing great for luck. Here goes the Ice Cave. First try. Oh, this is not encouraging. They resist fire. But it's really strong. I mean, the Red Dragons is really small. The Agama is strong. The Agamas is not very strong. But you can see it's taken out more than half their health in several cases. Astos using Rub might have been a little misguided. Time will tell. Oh, I didn't use Rub with Astos. Well, in that case, I'm brilliant. This may have actually been a pretty good approach to that fight. It's not like I could get away. Oh. Okay. No petrify, no petrify, no petrify, no petrify. They shouldn't have good petrify odds. Okay, the fight is done. Lurk. Yes, the lurk command. Good lurking. Is that even a thing? I don't know. I might not be with it enough to know whether people actually do lurk with a command. My experience with commands was writing my own commands back in IRC. Okay. Here we have something really interesting. We got sorcerers. I don't know why I feel the need to introduce this way, but apparently I do. Will they kill me? Maybe. So far, no. Oh, so far, maybe. Why did I do that? Okay, okay. Sorcerers have 3 hits and 12 absorb. What if I were to... do that? Oh, he joins the team immediately. It looks really stupid. You know, that gives me trance, which is awesome. But also, Death Touch should be working. Now, how well is Death Touch working? I don't know. But Death Touch in Final Fantasy Original, which this is original Final Fantasy just with a script running on top of it, doesn't have an element, so like it's unresistible other than through magic defense. It might be a ticket to a lot of situations. You know, normally I get so excited to go to the back of this room and get the flame sword, but yet again, it's not going to do anything for me. I think trance actually does have an element, so it's probably not going to be very effective against these guys. I'm wrong. Oh my god. What? It just stunned 5 undead enemies. No wonder we all hate the Ice Cave. And then I open a treasure box so the music resets. Ow. Speaking of fantasy parties to take to endgame, what happens if you take 4 sorcerers and put them against chaos? This is a very small spiked square group. Okay, that time if... oh. Well, still... okay. I should be able to quite easily go recruit Frosty. It's a little on the risky side, because it'll be strong against my team, but we'll try it. I think I just got a surprise chance on it. Oh, that would have been something. Wow. Who else did I just fight? Wraith? Wraith. I didn't fight a mage yet. Oh, I should get a mage. Badass. I did fight Sphinx earlier. Wraith. Does it make sense to take a Frosty? No. No, it does not. If I really need an ice attack later, that'll be a great one. But for now, it's considerably weaker than the Agama and the Red D in most battles. I'm not going to bother going to the treasure room. Wow. Even one paralyze is pretty good. And the strength of Blaze is amazing. I think Red D is going to be on my team for the rest of the game. Mage. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. That was really quite fortunate. They didn't kill me. Wow. Did I try and rub them? They're pretty... They have good absorb. Magic is actually the most effective thing against them. Let's see what happens here. Okay, that didn't work. Ooh. Okay. That's very likely to replace Astos. They still have 20 absorb. Their HP's not as good. But their spell list, I think, is better. Let's put the Red D up front. And put the Mage second with the 40 absorb. Give our team some heals. Make sure beautiful music fills the air. Oops. I don't like getting hit with Lit 3, but I do like the idea of using Lit 3. It does mean I don't have access to Fast anymore, but I think that Lit 3 is better. Grab ourselves a nice... for some reason I think I thought that was the Ice Shield, but clearly not. Okay. Blaze. The Mage looks kind of cool. It'll be fun to see what happens with Trance here, I think. It was terrible. Well. Blaze Lit 3. That's pretty friggin' sweet. You try and death touch someone. I would like to see the Death Touch work. Didn't work. Heat sucks. I won't be saying that Heat sucks when we unloaded on some undead squad though, so. Heat sucks, but in a tempered way. How about Eye? Am I gonna want to use Eye? Eye doesn't have any strict offensive spells. Maybe I'll want to use Eye in place of Agama once I get it. Agama? How do you say that thing? Death touch the eye. It worked! That was cool. That was the first death touch. Oh man. What are we gonna do with our newfound eyeballness? 30 absorb. What's its attack like? 30 damage. And we got death spells? Well, we'll give it a shot. I mean, heat's not that good, so... Heat would be good on this square. The eye looks so terrible. Glance. That's the Petrify one. This is gonna be so funny. Oh, I would have enjoyed that. Once Blaze goes off, the fight's over. This is a heck of a team now. I'm feeling pretty good about the squad. Should I be stopping to heal? I don't feel like I have to heal. I might very much regret that soon. We'll see. Oh, that is a shame. I really wanted to see that work. Brack. Are these guys resistant to Brack? No, they're doomed. Okay. Oh, this is fun. So in the last week, there's a couple of Game FAQs topics that kind of since this started and Fat Rat Night came back, we started floating more ideas. Because that seems to be the MO or whatever. Part of that was Fat Rat Night's own ideas. A few of them were just experimental to get used to this style of scripting, the interrupt-based scripting, and using it with BizHawk instead of FCEU. There was an idea they wanted to do that I don't know. But then it reminded me of, I wanted to make a version of the game that could be played where player characters learn the monster abilities. And basically it would be a Blue Mage playthrough enabled by scripts. Death Touch worked on Undead! Okay. And I'd like to do that. But then another one that was funny, this was when I kind of started planning out a while ago and didn't do, was the average person game. And I was thinking of how people say, wouldn't it be great if there was one just completely normal person at the Olympics? So that we knew how great these athletes were? And I was like, wouldn't it be funny if instead of the Light Warriors, you just had a completely normal person? I was like, what is a normal person? Supposing every class has like one developmental deficit caused by their training or whatever, you pick the second lowest stat among all possible party members. Supposing they specialize in a set of equipment, you remove their access to some equipment. You make it so that they can use anything that 3 or 4 characters can use. 3 is interesting because 3 enables many swords. 3 enables a lot of stuff in general. Oh, that's cool. This team is badass. So yeah, it would be... I was thinking it would be a full party. I think solo average person would kind of suck. I know a lot of challenges are supposed to suck, but I don't like playing things that suck. Which is not to say I want the game to be easy. We talked about casual play earlier. Your jobs look a bit off. Oh, you think? Something wrong? Did my game glitch? This is, obviously an emulated Final Fantasy, but believe it or not, the ROM is unmodified. But it is a script running on the ROM. This is so busted. Because having unlimited XXXX, doesn't that mean he's gonna kill basically everything? As long as I know it has less than 300 HP, it's toast. So... RPG Hey, so what this playthrough is as I defeat monsters, I have the option of putting them on my team. This was... fair and balanced. No. But when you think about, normally 4 Light Warriors defeat hundreds of monsters, I have a meager 4 monsters. So clearly the odds are against me. This all just changed, because 3 of these 4 monsters are from the, yeah, SMTB like. Yeah, 3 of these monsters are from the ice cave that I just exited, so the whole team just changed, and now I have crazy abilities like the sorcerer's death touch works, the mage's rather absurd spell list. Everything just changed. The only problem with the mage's spell list is that it starts with Rub, but then we got Lit 3. Lit 3 is one of a few spells that is going to destroy everything. Oh man. There's a lot of enemies I kind of skipped. Like in the Ice Cave, I never actually fought a Frost Giant, which is sort of funny. But I don't think I want to get hung up on fighting every single monster, or recruiting every single monster. I've got some good ones. I'm pretty happy with this. It might be kind of neat to go to, like, Mirage Tower and just purposefully hunt down the Blue Dragon. Sorcerer is absolutely the best enemy in Ordeals, so I don't know whether I need to do Ordeals. Then again, having a Mud Golem would be pretty fantastic. When I started testing, yeah, they do look weird shrunken down. What's funny is I find that the larger monsters look way worse shrunken down than the bigger monsters. I mean, that's, I guess, to be completely expected. It's very noticeable. Haven't seen Brack work yet. Death Touch. Oh, that's cool. Chain War Machine. That would be sweet. That's on the list, we'll say. How hard can it be? You know, what's funny is normally when you get the airship, you're like, oh good, the whole game is opened up. I'm not feeling that way right now. Because chopping is pointless. Even Ordeals has like nothing for me. If I want Mud Goal, I can just go in the waterfall and it's faster and easier. Maybe I'll just skip Ordeals. I feel a little bit filthy skipping large areas, but... maybe I'll go to the caravan? Get that done. Enable the sea shrine. Is there something I can get that would make the sea shrine hilarious? I already... like, mage is pretty bad for that. Ooh. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Fast forward, fast forward. Oops, too much fast forward. La 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 la. The fairy is not gone. Okay. Where's Garland? I actually could use Garland, and I was like, I'm not going to use Garland because that might break space-time. He's also not that good. Garland really isn't that good. He has a lot of hit points, but he doesn't hit much harder than, like, a Gurrimp. So, yeah. Okay, what do I actually want to do? Do I want to do Ordeals, or is that just stupid? I could do Waterfall. I don't... It's a bit sad, but I don't think I have very much to gain from Ordeals. Is there any, like, really interesting enemies available? Not really. What if I got really lucky and encountered the gas dragons in the waterfall? That would be cool. We're gonna do the waterfall. He'll knock them all down. That's not an actual ability he has, although it probably is in, like, Dissidia or Theatrhythm. I bought Theatrhythm a while ago. It was my first one of those. I will say that I enjoyed it a great deal so far. I don't think I paid attention to what Garland's actual moveset is, if I even leveled him up very much. It'd be really cool if they gave him a move that was like, knock them all down. I'd have a lot of respect for the, I don't know, self-awareness. Although even that, you know, that wouldn't come from the actual developers. That would come from the localization people. Knock them all down was not Garland's original intent, right? Probably. Okay, I think this fight is over. I bet the fiends look cursed, shrunken down. I don't think I've actually tried yet. But I have kind of plans, like I'm trying to not use Garland and the 4 Fiends. And I said, like, I'm open to using other bosses. I'm not going to use Garland and the 4 Fiends, because they're the time loop people, and it's going to ruin the game. Now, maybe the game's a little ruined with these people already. We'll just deal with that. But what I was thinking is, once I get to endgame and once I beat it, and the way this is working right now, I gain a small HP bonus, 2 hit points for every level gained, and 1 hit point for every monster defeated. And not individual monster, like every monster I add to the list. Yeah, Vampire's in play. I was using Vampire for a while, but he's not as good as these Ice Cave guys. So there's just a little bit of incentive for finding more monsters, and leveling up does something. But besides that... Besides that, there's not a lot of growth possible. But I was thinking it would be really fun, say at late game, to just make up fantasy teams and have them run at least the final dungeon, which is by far the hardest part of this game, right? Like, we could see, can the 4 Fiends beat Chaos? That's one of the things I want to do. Can the 4 Colored Dragons beat Chaos? I think that'd be kind of neat. There was a team that was theorized as, can these 4 monsters defeat Chaos? And it's because they used to run these monster tournaments on, oh cool, on the Game FAQ's Final Fantasy 1 board. And so they said, like let's come up with a team that we can mathematically prove can defeat Chaos. The team ended up being Fighter, Phantom, Mudgole, because fast was important, and I don't remember the 4th. Evil Man? I think Evil Man. Evil Man is the one that can cast Nuke. Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Actually, let's do this, yeah. Let me update my checks. We have definitely beaten a Gator. Gator. We did not beat those yet. We didn't fight a fur gator. Furry crocodile. Never fought a zombie D. I guess that's something that the Castle of Ordeals holds for us, but I don't think I would actually use a zombie D. Okay. Something similar where they put the Robot Master. Yes, I've seen those. I love those. The fantasy battles of like Robot Master AI. The person who does those, I don't know if they have like a channel where they just crank those things out all the time, but they're actually really cool. Let's see us trance some mummies. I can't believe this works on Undead. Wow. I'm quite grateful for my red dragon friend. I'm a big Megman. Well, you see what I got behind me? Let me show you this thing, because you probably can't see it in my background. This is I've got a close friend who does a lot of art, and this is like a splatter technique he was doing. He mostly makes Pokemon, but I was like, I really love Mega Man and I really love Final Fantasy, and I really like the idea of just, you know, get Mega Man and put him back to back with a Black Mage, like they're kind of 8-bit bros. It was kind of my thing. It turns out all I ever stream seems to be Final Fantasy games. That's some kind of happy accident, but yeah, these are two of my best dudes. Yeah, I'm a big Mega Man fan. I'm not super good at it anymore. I find that I really gravitate to games, even in platforming. I gravitate to games that have a form of progression, so that if I'm not feeling very smart or with it, you know, I just... It sounds so lame. I still have a way to proceed. Like, I'd really like to be good at... what would I like to be good at? It would be cool to be able to beat Kid Chameleon. Am I ever going to play Kid Chameleon enough to get good at it? Probably not. Am I at peace with that? Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I don't play a lot of reflex-based games anymore, you know? Some. And then it's funny, because every so often there's a game that's very timing-based that I love, but I'm terrible at. A really good example of that is Crypt of the Necrodancer. I think Crypt of the Necrodancer is one of the finest games in the last 10 years. And I played it a lot. And I'm so bad at it. Incredibly bad at it. Green biker dude. Yeah. I should have got a paint of the green biker dude. I kind of thought, because Crypt of the Necrodancer is roguelite, I thought that after a while I'd be able to, you know, make it easy enough on myself to consistently win. I cannot consistently win. I don't think I've ever legitimately beaten the final boss. Like end to end at least. Because you can play individual worlds. It's a great team. There really is a lot of potion use, though. It would be cool to be a good net battler. That'd be a lot of effort. Yeah. I think that way about esports in general, too. I like the idea, but that's never going to be me. Which is funny, you know, because, like, I'm pretty good friends with a fairly well-known streamer who's probably one of the older streamers who has any appreciable audience, who actually got back into League of Legends over the last few years and plays relatively competitive League of Legends. We are talking about a person in their 60s. That's not outlandish or anything, it's just... I don't know. I don't think in my 60s I'm going to be like, I'm going to start doing League of Legends. Nor do I want to. That has not drawn me in even a little bit. Not that I think it's a problematic game or anything like that, but... Couldn't do, yeah. Sorcerers actually have okay luck. Why are nightmares, like, kinda hard for this team to kill? I guess they must have death resistance? Again, this part of the game, you would normally be like, oh goody, I get pro rings. We have no benefit from pro rings. We can check off Mudgull, who have terrible absorb actually, and Nightmare. Nightmare are statistically interesting, but I don't think I want to use Nightmare. Mudgull is a maybe. But I think I'm enjoying the current team a bit too much to want to switch. Like, having fast is pretty sweet, and I would seriously consider it probably before a boss. Right now, I'm not even that dependent on physical attacks, so... Don't Nightmare hit hard? They do. They do. This, I don't have a very elaborate readout on stats. Some of it I'm going by memory. The elements and stuff I'm all going by memory. But 30 damage, 3 hits of 30 damage is pretty strong. They have not too bad absorb, too. In terms of pure physical fighters, they might actually be one of the best right now. You had mentioned Vampire. Vampire is also really quite good right now. They have like one hit, but they have a very high damage rating. It's like 90 or something. And so I was carrying a Vampire for a long time. But these ice cave monsters made me want to not do that. I think I kept the Vampire through the volcano. There are green dragons here. There's this tiny chance of... The zombie dragons are... What are they like in terms of stats? They're only 56 damage. They're not going to blow any minds. They've got good resistances other than fire. So these guys have some kind of death resistance. Okay, Blaze... Rub the top one, attack the bottom one, attack... Maybe... Attack the bottom one. Wow, that was a really hard hit. In terms of things that I actually expect to use at the end of the game, I do think Fighter is going to be one of them. Mage might last. Mage might last to the end, I think. The idea of me using a bunch of characters, or a bunch of monsters that are like named after the character classes is actually kind of hilarious. I better end this fight this turn or we're going to lose somebody. Okay. Okay. This fight is a little more manageable. Start paralyzing some undead. Oh, it didn't work at all. Maybe I was just getting freakishly lucky all the other times. Battle is over. Oh, battle is not over. How unusual. Oh, battle is over. Good team. But this place has been a little scary. You know, maybe that's because this is the point in the regular game. Your fighter would have what? Your fighter would have over 50 absorb, right? And probably better hit points than this. None of this treasure does anything for me. Getting a ribbon. You would normally be so excited for the ribbon. Seeing the insta-kill spells has me tense. That's funny. That's really quite amusing that is bothering you. Have you seen the death touch go off yet? Oh, there, it just happened. That's so funny. Seeing the sorcerer's death touch, it's normally such an uncomfortable thing, but... Okay. Mummies again. And we keep getting a chance to strike first on it, which is unusual. And the Sorcerer's Death Touch, by the stats, is non-elemental. So, like, it should be able to work even on undead. Technically, it could have a chance to work on any of the bosses, including the final boss, I guess, except that they do have a fairly high magic defense stat. One time? Wait, running isn't gonna work. Sorcerer can run, no one else can run. They resist fire, right? I think we learned that XXXX doesn't work very well. Let's see if we can Death Touch a Nightmare. Nope. That time we missed all 3 hits. Physicals are not great on these guys. I'm a little bit surprised. Nightmares are normally such an insignificant enemy to me. Oh, wow, that was powerful. It takes 2 rounds to set up Lit 3, but it's got some payoff. With so many rubs, yeah. Yeah, it's fun. That's one of the things I talked about when I got Astos the first time, is, when you fight Astos, you're like, wow, that rub spell sure seems OP and amazing. And then when you become a bit of a game stats nerd, you learn, like, rub is statistically quite a trash spell. It's really kind of weird that Astos has been able to use it effectively on you so many times. Rub isn't very good, and yet we've all felt it. These single Mudgall encounters, this is more like what I'm into. Death Touch is not going well here. They're strong. Astos is a cheater is what you're saying. Maybe. I don't know. You might almost want to say maybe the intelligence bug works for enemies or something, but that's not true. Actually, it's not even known whether there is an intelligence bug. It's more like they didn't implement that, but they didn't expressly say it was going to be implemented, so... Do you know that one? This game, like, I mean, Final Fantasy games have all kinds of bugs. Although, interestingly, Final Fantasy V, which we both played in the summer, was, is really not that bugged out. Which is just an amazing, glowing review, right? But the intelligence statistic was just literally never programmed to do anything in this game. It just literally serves no purpose. In newer versions of the game, it does. In newer versions of the game, the Black Mage is better at using spells and spellcasting items than the Red Mage. But in this game, there's no difference whatsoever. So the idea that an enemy with a higher intelligence can cast spells better is not absurd. But I think that's been tested. I think we all know that doesn't work. Oh my god. We are having a terrible time. Okay, good. I was really hoping for a death touch there. Wow. Who would have thought the mage and the sorcerer had such bad attacks? This is gonna mess with the party. Oh, it didn't mess with the party order. Oh, it did mess with the party order. I can't believe how many heal potions I've used lately. Int isn't programmed to do anything as such a BM moment. I can't tell if BM means Black Mage or bowel movement there. It could also be identifying someone at Square Enix or something, or Nasir. I don't know. Something strange had to happen there. Furgator, we've beaten. Nacho Cheese, we've beaten. And R. Caribe, we've beaten. This guy we've already beaten. He's not even that strong. Oh, wow, we erased him. Okay, cool. Black Mage, yeah. And you know, I'm pretty sure in FF1, the enemies don't actually have an intelligence stat. But what's funny is, in newer releases like Dawn of Souls and Pixel Remaster, they do. And it actually does inform the power of their spells and specials. Okay, so the next thing I could do Ordeals, I could do Sea Shrine, I could do Mirage Tower, but I think I should probably wrap up. I just saved that in, right? This has been a very cool team. Quite happy with this team. So the intelligence values for my team actually come from Pixel Remaster. I just literally looked them up. Pixel Remaster has agility values and intelligence values for every enemy. The agility values seem to always just be equal to evade divided by 2, which is funny because that's not how that statistic works for player characters. I don't really know why they did that. The vitality stat and the luck stat are just my own calculations. But the luck stat has ended up being a weird one. Anyway, yeah, it's early in the morning here. I think I should wrap up before I get into more dungeons. So, Sea Shrine. This is a pretty neat team for now. But I think this is a good time to be done. So I'm going to be done. I don't have a lot of people watching, but I wonder if maybe I should, like, raid... this person, this delightful person. Yeah, this was pretty cool. We made some progress. This is good. Thanks for joining me.